everybody, this is Foxy Fit VSG, otherwise known as Rhiannon, and I am going to be making more videos as I go through this journey to document how far I've come and what's going on and the whole thing, like so many of you and others have done. I am having VSG surgery on July 5th, 2018 in Duluth, Minnesota at St. Luke's Hospital with Dr. John Bolins. Sorry, I'm moving some notification off my phone. I'm getting ready right now to head to the gym. I didn't think I was going to go to the gym tonight, but I am going to go. Partly because I am entertaining some 13-year-olds. My niece and her friend are bored and have nothing to do, so they want to go. And I'm glad that they do, because that means that I'm actually going to stick to what I should be doing. I originally thought today I was going to go to my sister's campsite, and so I was kind of freaking out because what do people eat when they're camping? Chips and, salads and stuff that I really shouldn't be eating. And I don't mean salads like healthy salads. I mean like here, I don't know, cold pasta salads and stuff. And those are kind of some things for me that are foods that I can just eat and eat and eat. Like I can just down cold pasta salads. And chips are my nemesis. Chips are probably what got half of my body fat on in the first place, is what I'm going to attribute it to. That and not working out. But I just wanted to make a little video to start out and say that my pre-op liquid diet starts on June 21st. It's a funny thing. Sorry, I'm holding my phone because I have no idea where my car phone thing is, and to hold it so I don't have to hold it. The funny thing is, I originally thought my surgery date was going to be May 18th. And so I've already done 8 days of the pre-op liquid diet. For my surgeon and my dietitian require you to do 2 weeks pre-op liquids, protein shakes, broths, cream soups, jello, sugar-free, popsicles, sugar-free jello. I thought when I first started that I could have sugar-free pudding, and I bought like every flavor I could find in the sugar-free pudding. And I mentioned it to my nutritionist because some of it is in some of the shake recipes that she gave me that I can make. And so I was silly enough to think that I could actually just eat the sugar-free pudding. And she quickly told me that was not the case. Anyway, I'm sorry I'm rambling on and getting kind of all over the place. My point was, I did 8 days of the pre-op liquid, and then I wound up rescheduling my surgery date. So what was originally May 18th has turned into July 5th, and partly because, actually completely because, I'm going on a trip this Thursday with my 13-year-old niece. We're going to Chicago. We're going to a concert. It's going to be outside. We have pit tickets. And it would have been 3 weeks. Was it 3 or 4 weeks after surgery that we were going? And I guess I just started really worrying, and I started thinking, I have no idea what I'm going to be like 3.5, 4 weeks after surgery. Taking the chance to be the only adult on this trip, the only one that can drive and is in control of everything, kind of scared me, because I'm just thinking to myself, what if I don't feel good? What if I get sick after I eat something? Because I'm going to, at that point, I would just be starting to eat soft foods and be in the soft food phase. And second of all, I thought this is going to make our trip not fun. Who wants to have a fun trip planned and then be like, sorry, everything we do is going to be based upon what I can and can't eat. You know, we can't just go into a restaurant and I can sit and order a salad and watch you eat food. You know, I don't know. I just thought I better just put this off. What if something big happened while I was there with her and I'm the only adult, you know, all that stuff. So anyway, I put it off. So I will be starting the pre-op liquid diet again from the start on June 21st. And I guess in one way I'm kind of like, you know what, at least I know what to expect. I did 8 days of it. I know I made it through. My tips for making it through, and at least 8 days right now, what I would say to myself or anybody that's looking to start the actual pre-op liquid diet, is that number one, you're not going to feel really physically hungry. I didn't feel physically hungry. I felt mind hunger. I felt, I remember especially day 3, for some reason, day 3 was hard. I think maybe, you know, first when you're on the get-go, it's like, oh, I'm doing this, you know, and this is what I have to do. And, oh, I'm going to be okay. I'm going to be just fine. This is what I'm doing, you know. And then, you know, you think you're like big and tough and you can just do this. I mean, maybe not everybody thinks that way, but I guess the mindset I had to get into to think I'm doing this for 2 weeks. Well, actually 4 weeks, because 2 weeks after surgery, 2 weeks before, was just like, I'm going to just do this. Well, day 3, I remember I was hangry. And I don't mean that in physically hungry. I mean, I was crabby and I was short fused and I was not really pleasant to be around. Day 3 was hard, but what I would say to encourage you is, number one, you have to be very careful, because the whole reason for any pre-op diets, in this situation, is to shrink your liver so that they can more easily get it out of the way, because it's hanging there right in front of your stomach. So they have to move that up out of the way to get to your stomach to be able to do the surgery. If it's big and fatty, like it probably currently is, because, I mean, let's face it, we're all having this surgery because we're obese, which is, you know, a word that I someday would love to not be identified by. But however, I am morbidly obese currently. So we probably all kind of have fatty livers. So the whole point of this 2-week thing is for our safety. And I think keeping that number one, like, I can't eat anything before 2 weeks before this surgery, because for my own safety, for my safety, to make my surgeon have an easier time with my surgery, I need to think about that. You know, I want him to have the easiest time he can possibly have while he's in there cutting up my stomach and stuff. I don't want to take the chance on, you know, anything bad happening and be my fault. So that's number one. Number two, reasons or ways to make it easier to do the pre-op liquid diet, would be, I weighed myself every day, and, you know, a lot of people don't encourage that and discourage that, but for me, it was motivational. It was like, well, why am I doing this? You know, the whole point of me doing any of this is to lose weight. And it helped, because I did see the numbers going down steadily almost every day on the liquid diet, and I started seeing it in my clothing and in my face. I could see my face look smaller. And so that helped because it was like, this is why I'm doing this. And I feel better. I felt better. That's the other thing that was something I will encourage you with. When I was doing the liquid diet, I physically felt better. Like, I didn't feel so heavy. I felt lighter. My stomach went way in. Like, it was not sticking out as much as it does right now. So that was kind of nice. I was starting to like that. But I will say, drink your water. Drink your water. And I learned the hard way that I wasn't drinking enough water during those 8 days. Let's just say that I had some issues going number 2. And that really opened my eyes to, this is going to be probably a lifelong thing, having this surgery and having to ingest the amount of protein we're supposed to ingest. Protein can tend to, in the shakes anyway, can tend to, get you stuck. And boy, did I get stuck. And I was scared. I thought I was going to have to go to the doctor and be like, hey, I can't go to the bathroom. But I took some stuff to make that happen, and eventually it did. So I learned, get some Miralax, take it every day, because I also had some psyllium husks powder that I was starting to put into my shakes. So I think that's a good idea too. Get some kind of fiber in there. Yeah. So that's very important. Trust me. Very important. And yeah, I think it's just good to keep in mind that, you know what, we're starting a new life. We're starting to become new people in a way, like kind of like butterflies coming out of cocoons. Like, this is the beginning. So why mess it up for yourself? You want to be as successful as you can be. And so keep all that stuff in mind when you want to eat something really bad. You're just doing a disservice to yourself in the end. And so I think it's good to kind of put up an armor, protecting yourself, like, from food and from other people that might try to sabotage you. That happened to me too. I had people like, hey, do you want to go get something to eat? Oh, you can't. It's like, yeah, no, I can't. And, just get that protection. If you're like a mama bear, you kind of have to become a mama bear for yourself during this time. You have to put yourself in a place of importance, and I think that helps to keep in mind, I'm taking care of myself. I'm protecting myself. This is what I have to do for myself. Anyway, y'all, until next time, I know I didn't give my stats, so I suppose I'll do that now before I leave for the gym. But I started out this journey in October of 2017, and my starting weight at the doctor's office was 235. Not 35. I just transposed those numbers. That would be different. Was 253, I believe 0.7, but I'm not, don't quote me on that. So I'm going to just say 253. And when I was doing the liquid diet for the 8 days I did it, I had gotten down to 230.9. That 253 is not the heaviest I've ever been. The heaviest I've ever been, I don't really know that number, for the simple fact that once I hit 260 on my scale, and this was years ago, I'm going to say this was like 2008. Once I hit that number on my scale, I was freaked out, and I was like, I can't do this. I just can't do this. I can't look at this anymore, because I wasn't doing anything about it to change it at the time. I wasn't doing anything. So why look? Why hurt yourself more by looking if you're not going to do anything? You know, you still had to walk by mirrors, and I hated looking in the mirror. Hated it. It was like a chore to have to look in the mirror to get dressed and put on makeup or do your hair, because it was like, I don't want to look at myself. It was that bad. And I know a lot of you know what I mean. Just catching a glimpse of yourself in windows of a store or something you're walking by. That happened to me actually the other day, and right now, the last time I looked, I was 233.4 yesterday morning. And right now I'm trying to get down to at least the 230.9 because I'm getting weighed on Wednesday. So I'm getting weighed in 4 days from now. So I'm really upping my water and my protein and going to the gym. But I got a little more, I gained a little weight back after the liquid diet before, because it was my birthday, it was Memorial Day, and I wasn't very good on those days. I'm going to be honest, I didn't do the best. I gave in to things I wanted instead of what I really want. I gave in to the temporary, here's all this food, it looks so good, it tastes so good. That, and my mom got me a birthday cake from a bakery here that's really amazing. So anyway, I think that's it. So thank you all for watching, and I will be making more of these through time as time progresses. So see you later. Thanks.